Hi there! Today I will show you 3 ways how to hem light or even medium weight fabrics. For 2 of these hems I will be using a sewing machine, and for the third one I will be using a serger. So let's get started! The first hem type I am going to show you is the baby hem. It is the most time consuming, but in my opinion it is the most sophisticated one. And I would highly recommend to use this hem type if you are working with natural silks or other luxurious fabrics. Start by folding the hem allowance, and in most of the cases it's 1 centimeter, and then make a stitch 2 to 3 millimeters apart from the folded edge. If you are very experienced, then you can skip this step, but personally I prefer to give a quick press to even out the stitch. Then take sharp scissors and trim off the excessive hem allowance. Try to cut off as much as you can, but be very careful not to cut in the stitch or in the garment itself. This is how it should look like if we are looking from the wrong side. Then fold this hem again and make a stitch 2 to 3 millimeters apart from the folded edge. There are 2 visible stitches on the wrong side, but from the right side you can see only 1 stitch and it looks very delicate. Then give a quick press and that's it. The second hem type is a zigzag hem. This one will be much faster. Set your sewing machine to zigzag stitch. Make it quite dense and don't make this stitch too wide. Fold the hem allowance and make 1 stitch inside the fabric and the other stitch outside of the fabric. Try to guide the fabric through a sewing machine as evenly as possible, and when you will be using the same color of threads, it will look even better. After that, trim off the excessive hem allowance and give a quick press, and that's it. The third hem type I really want to show you is the rolled hem with the serger. This one is the fastest. Place threads for both loopers and the right needle. For the right needle, put the tension on somewhere in between, but for both loopers, put the tension almost to the maximum. I must warn you that these settings might differ a bit depending from the fabric. So try on a scrap fabric first and then adjust if needed. Also, set the stitch length smaller than you would normally use. I usually set it between 1 and 2. Not all sergers, but most of them do have this differential feed button, and if you set it below normal, it will stretch the hem and it will look like a lettuce sleeve. After that, regulate the knife towards the left side, or in other words, make the stitch width narrower than you would normally use. Most of the times I put it on minimum, but with some fabrics it actually looks better if it's wider. And there's also this stitch widener button, and I will turn it off. If your fabric is very fragile, then I recommend to keep it on, but for more satin-like fabrics, it will look better if you turn it off. And the last thing I highly recommend to do is to take out the left needle, otherwise it will be making holes in your fabric. After setting everything up, simply serge by cutting off the hem allowance, and that's it. Let me know in the comment section which hem type is your favorite, and subscribe to our channel for more sewing tutorials. Bye!